Myth, you've got now. This can't be just reading something. You gotta have some comedy. You got some comedy for us? Yeah.
Yeah, I got some comedy for you.
You got some comedy? All right, we'll get some comedy up here. We 18 minutes till we get to Tamara. You get up here. Everybody gets a chance to be up here. Please stand right over here. This is where they throw the tomatoes. Okay.
Yeah, everyone get your throw arm attached.
What happened to me?
I got mine.
Yeah.
Where did I go?
Everyone got your pie throwing attachments on.
You're on stage.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Myth.
Hey.
Yeah,
Turn
and
around.
of course, thank Lauren for the person that 100% least likely to actually have a voice that sounds like their avatar. There you go. Thank you very much there, Lauren. Appreciate that very much. Oh, yes. I tell you what, though, he does have a sexy voice, though, doesn't he? That's like,
Who's he? What are you talking about, he?
Yeah, he, she, he. I don't know. If, I tell you what, the only sound that I really heard, when first time I ever saw Lauren, of course, and I was sitting there walking by, and it's the first thing, in the guy's mind, when you see somebody like that, you go, oh my God. It's like, wow. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the movie Spaceballs. It's like, oh my God, the princess is a base. Jeez. So there you have it. Thank you so much for Lauren. You're too kind. We were talking about driving. I mean, I tell you what, I'm not the very best driver in the world. I've gotten quite a few tickets here the other day. Let me tell you about a story about how I got in some legal trouble here the other day. I was, of course, I was sitting there trying to change the radio, and I was swerving all over the road, of course. Well, I finally get the old one taken out to put the other one in, and I hear this like behind me in the background. It's going. Well, I guess I shouldn't make fun of the policeman's speech impediment. Anyway.
That's me. Poor guy.
And he says, can I see your license and registration? And so I handed my wallet. It said, please take it kindly out of the wallet, please. It's like, oh crap! And of course, sure enough, the snake pops up in my face.
Okay. Oh no.
And he asked me, so son, why you? Of course, I live down here in Texas. Said, sure. So son, why are you in such a hurry? It's like I go to the hospital. It's like I don't. And he said, well, what's the problem? I said, well, my mom is dying from reducing pills. And it's like, I don't see anybody sitting next to you. It's like, oh my God, it's too late. Yeah, that's something you never do when you try to get so eventually I get into jail. And of course, this was when I was younger. This is not actually
last week.
Yes, in a world where no one actually looks like their avatar, I do. Yes, I am 8 feet tall. Of course, when this happened. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but actually, when this happened, of course, I was a little bit younger. I get put in this cell, with this really scary guy. And, I had to admit I was really scared because that's the first time I was ever been in jail. Well, at least not without my family. But anyway, when I tried to... Yeah, right. But anyway, so I see this other guy, and he's a big dude, of course. He puts a cigarette in his mouth. I flip it out of there. Said, "Don't you smoke that in here?" It's like, why? It's like, because I said so. It's like, what are you, some kind of health nut or something? It's like that. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, when it comes to my health, I think of my body as a temple. Well, or at least as a relatively well-managed Presbyterian youth center. So he said, you better pick that up now. And I said, no. And he said, if you don't, I'm going to wipe the floor with you. And I said, well, if you do, you'll be sorry. And he said, why? I said, well, you won't be able to get in the corners very well. So, at this point, the guy comes over there and he grabs a hold of my neck, and I'm thinking, oh God, if you'll just please, this one time, get me out of this. I'll go to church every Sunday. I'll never do all the bad things that I've done the rest of my life. Just please get me out of this. And all of a sudden, I hear the deputy come up with the keys, and it's like, hey, you, yeah, your mom has just made bail. And I said, God, thanks anyway. So I go before the judge, and of course, eventually, it's taking forever waiting for the lawyer, and he said, well, what are you doing here, eating in here? This is a court of law. And I said, well, this is a court of slaw. Well, I don't know. Yeah, thank you. Hey, this isn't as easy as it looks, folks, let me tell you. It's not like I can go off my looks like Carly can, obviously. Thank you very much. But anyway, yeah, but, the thing is, and of course I pled guilty, which is the last time because I took advice from the lawyer, but that's the last time I listened to a prosecuting attorney. So, so I started talking to the judge about sentencing, and he says, it's like, well, maybe I can give you some community service. And that's like, community service, what's that? And he said, well, where you do something to help the community, help spend some time helping the mentally advantaged, for example. It's like, so would that mean that I get time served here?
That would not help.
Yes. And just remember, folks, anytime that you really think that you're smart is probably not the best time to be doing it for the judge. But hey, thanks so much, Carly, and everybody else for having me up here. So.
Yeah, Greg, fantastic.
Right.
That was fantastic. Whoa, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Don't look at my ass when you look off stage, okay? Hey, look at everybody who's out here tonight. What a great crowd. I was just looking out here, and I see Bevan down there, and look, I see Poe, and I see a lot of people. Magic comes all the time. Charlize is here. Yep, we got a lot of great people. Yeah, right. He does. He had a good voice, didn't he? Yeah.